What's up, guys, and welcome back to my BookTube channel. And today we're going to be continuing our other video. I know, right? I said I was going to do part 1 and I actually did part 1, and now I'm doing part 2. Like, it's giving consistency, consistency. Yeah, that's what it's giving. So let's get straight into this video. Yeah, let's get into it. And last video, I basically just talked about Izzy and Stacy, but the whole credit card thing, the whole who pays thing, the whole house thing, literally all of Izzy's red flags. But I didn't really talk about Stacy that much. And let me be honest, I don't like Stacy either. I already said that, but I don't really like Stacy either. I don't like either of them. That's why I was praying on their downfall so bad. Okay, not really low key, but I was so happy when she said no. I didn't mean for her to say no. I thought Izzy was actually gonna say no. No, she wasn't. I knew Stacy was gonna say no, because after she had that little talk with him or whatever about the financials and stuff, but then during the wedding she was all happy and stuff, and I was like, she gonna say yes, she gonna say no, but she said no. So yeah. And the main reason, it wasn't because the financials or stuff like that. She says because they didn't have enough time. And I was like, if you weren't ready to get married in 3 weeks after meeting someone, even though I don't really think that's how it works. I don't think after you meet someone, you can just be like, yes, this is the person I'm going to spend the rest of my life with. I don't really think it works like that. Who knows, love at first sight or whatever. But that's the first thing. I was very skeptical when I was coming into this little experiment or whatever, as everyone calls it. And I was just like, you're going to marry someone you've met after just 3 weeks ago? Like you're gonna be something you met just 3 weeks ago. So when she said we didn't have enough time, I was just like, why did you come into the experiment then? Maybe she thought it was gonna work out or something, if she really had a deep connection. But again, you can't get to know all there is to know in 3 weeks. That's not how it works. But anyways, they're done the reunion. They're talking about how they're still friends or whatever. Anyways, moving on to what's her name, Izzy, no, not Izzy, Lydia and Milton. And so Lydia and Milton, when they first met each other, I was like, oh, okay, they seem to really like each other, because it was giving PDA. When they first, well, I guess it was not really PDA because they were alone, I guess. But speaking about that, they needed to give them some privacy, because why were they showing all that on the screen? Producers, you were doing a little too much on all that. Let them be alone. Dang, you didn't get to be doing that much. But anyways, I was surprised because they seemed to really like each other or whatever when they first met. And then they were the little jokes or whatever. I don't know if it's just me because I'm really sensitive or whatever, but the amount of times they were talking about how old she is and how young he was or whatever, every time she'll always be talking about, oh, he's just 24, he's literally just 20. Girl, didn't you know that before? Why are you still talking about the same thing over and over again? We already know he's 24. I thought we already got past this. Why are you still talking about this? And every single time you have a post interview, girl. Anyways, but he was talking about how she's 24. He always talking about how old she is. Again, you already knew this. Moving on. You're the one who wanted her too, and now you're talking about how old she is. I know it was a joke, but Lydia, it was more serious. I guess I don't really think it was all serious. But with Lydia, it was more extreme. I guess she just kept on talking about how young she was, and I was just okay. Anyways. But yeah, the whole little I'm skipping over a lot, but the whole conversation dinner thingy where he was like, oh my gosh, you're too emotional, you need to be more logical, blah, blah, blah. As an emotional person, I don't want to say girl because that seems misogynist, but anyways, that's the thing about that. It was giving misogyny or sexism. I don't know if it was just me and I was just being sensitive and getting triggered over nothing, but when he was just oh my gosh, you need to be more, he didn't say it like that, but he was oh, you need to be more logical and cool-headed and blah, blah, blah. And even though I hate to admit it, I'm kind of like Lydia. So when he was talking about oh, you need to be more logical. First of all, not everyone's the same, okay? You knew that she was loud. You knew that even in the pause, you could feel that energy. You know, she was loud, very emotional, blah, blah type person, right? So now that you see her acting out and stuff and being the emotional type person that you knew she was, you're gonna talk about, oh, you should be more logical. First of all, not everyone's the same. The way he was oh, you need to handle things more like me, blah, blah, blah. And I knew he was doing it from a place of love, I guess, whatever. But it just came out very, I don't know, there was a hint of misogyny in there. I don't know, just hearing that as a girl was just like, what, you saying she's emotional because she's a girl or something? And that's not what he was saying, but it's just like, I don't know. It was kind of icky to me. And I was just like, let her be emotional. Like, I guess she did do too much. Like, she did kind of do too much at that barbecue. Like, girl, you did not have to be yelling, walk in, walk back. Milton, yeah, girl, it was ghetto. It was giving ghetto. But, like, let her be emotional. Like, if she felt that way, let her react in the way that she felt, I guess. I don't know, just let her be her. Like, you already knew she was that way anyways. And I'm gonna tell her to stop being, like, who she is, I guess. I don't know. Again, maybe I'm just making it, like, too much of a big deal. But that's what I thought about it. And I was just like, And it kept on, like, rubbing me the wrong way, the way he said it and stuff. But, yeah. Moving on to the whole wedding and stuff. I was surprised. And you know what even surprised me even more? The reunion. Because I definitely did not think they would still be together. But they were. And they were all happy and together and stuff. And I was just like, oh, okay. Like, that surprised me. Who knows? Let's see how long they're going to last. But I don't know. I was just like, I did not think that they were going to last, like, a year. Like, that was kind of surprising to me. But, yeah, Lydia and Milton, I don't know. I guess they're just chill or whatever. I already talked about Taylor and JP, the reunion, Aaliyah and Uche. Ooh, Uche gets on my nerves. The second I heard his voice, I was like, no. It's a no for me. And I didn't want to judge him based on his voice. I don't know. His voice was just giving, like, condescending, patronizing, like, I want to do this and I tell you to do this, so you got to listen to me when I tell you to do this, you know? And I was just like, I just didn't like the way his voice sounded. But again, let me not judge someone based on their voice, right? And then he continues to talk. And sometimes, like, when he talks, like, he doesn't need to be talking. Like, some of the things he was saying, and the whole, like, Aaliyah cheater thing, even though I don't really, like, I really don't like cheaters. Like, I always, like, just break up. Like, well, what's the point of cheating on them, you know? And I just really, really hate cheaters. But even though I do that, I really hate cheaters, the way he was, like, ramming into her about it was just, like, it was making me so uncomfortable. Like, I don't know. Again, like, I really hate cheaters, but I'm not, like, the type of person, like, a very confrontational person, I guess you would say, if I don't really know you like that. Like, at this point, they've known each other for, like, 2-3 days. Like, you're close enough to be, like, keep on talking. Like, the way he keeps on asking her questions, like, did you tell her about it? Like, you're a recent cheater. Did you tell him about it? Like, how did he find out? Blah, 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 blah. Like, do you know him? Like, I don't know, maybe that's the sort of thing that's like, do you know her ex-boyfriend or something? Because why you just keep on, like, keep on badgering her about it? And I was just like, okay, calm down. And then, where he, like, went out with her to, like, I get that, like, that's, like, I would immediately cut it off after that. Like, you're a cheater, yeah, I'm not dealing with that, sorry. But, yeah, he was kind of doing too much, and ever since that, like, he, like, rubbed me the wrong way. But since I, like, also hate cheaters, I just, like, couldn't, I was just like, okay, whatever, let me just move past that and on to the next, I guess. And then Uche just had to open his mouth again, and I don't even remember what happened for a while. I just remember that I really didn't like him. Maybe it was the whole Lydia thing, the whole, like, oh my gosh, I actually dated Lydia. Yes, that was what it was. It's the I dated Lydia thing. The fact that he dated Lydia before and stuff, and he found out that Lydia was someone he already knew in his past. That's what got me, because I was like, you were very into her about being a cheater or whatever once 2 years ago, like, again, and then, like, he's gonna go over here talking like, yeah, I was dating your, like, best friend in the pods. Yeah, I was dating her. Like, what? And then he's over here lying and keeping stuff from her, and then gonna, like, patronize her about cheating on this guy that he doesn't even know 2 years ago. Like, and she obviously, like, feels bad about it. She's not one of those, like, shameless people who are just like, yeah, I did it, whatever, so what, it was 2 years ago. At least she, like, feels bad about it, and she told you. Like, she didn't have to tell you about that. Like, let's be honest, she could have kept it a secret. But at least she told you. And now you're gonna hear lie, keep things from her, and then, it was giving hypocrite. It was very much giving hypocrite. And I hate hypocrites too, because that's, they be getting on my nerves. They say something and then do another. Like, what? And yeah, he was just so patronizing and condescending. And when she left, and then when she called him on the phone, Oh, that got on my nerves. He called him on the phone, and then she was like, one day we're like in a post interview or whatever, and then he was like, oh, why would you leave? I thought everything was okay between us, blah, blah, blah. And she was over here begging for him back. Girl, you left for a good reason. Don't talk about some, oh, you regret it. No, you don't. For your sake, you do not regret it, okay? He over here had this girl crying, and he just kept on talking, bro. I thought, oh, he'll feel bad for her, he's on her because she's crying or whatever. But he just kept on going. Like, can't you see that? Can't you hear that she's crying? Leave her alone. Calm down. Chill a little bit, okay? But he just like kept on. Why would you let some girl get between us? Your ex? You mean? Your ex 3 months ago? Like, what do you mean some girl? Your ex? Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. The whole, like, I found Lydia weird after that, but again, I'm kind of like Lydia, and she was, like, loud and stuff, so I was like, I don't know, I kind of liked her, even though everyone was still hating on her. I was like, oh, she's not that bad, though. It's Uche, the one, his whole story about how she was a stalker and stuff, that was not adding up. Like, that's what rubbed me the wrong way. But Lydia was kind of weird, too, about it. But, you know, she wasn't as bad as Uche. No, And the whole little fight or something with Miriam or whatever, he was getting my nerves. That's what I was saying. The patronizing, yeah. It was because, and then the way he was like, oh, he tried to eat her up, but he's the one who got eaten. Yeah, that's what I thought. I hope that humbled him real bad to just keep his mouth shut. I hope that's why he didn't come to a reunion. Like, he saw all the hate he was getting on, like, TikTok and Instagram and stuff, and he just didn't come. Like, that would be smart, though. I was kind of disappointed that he didn't come. But at the same time, because, like, then it became, like, kind of boring. And they were just, like, milking them out for, like, information and stuff. But if he came, I was just like, why is he here? Like, you know? But at the same time, kind of he didn't. So, I don't know. I feel like the reunion kind of got boring because Uche wasn't there. But they just talked bad about Uche the entire time. So, I was like, I don't know. I kind of feel like it would have been better if he was there. But, you know, do what you need to do for your sake of your happiness, I guess. And Chris, I was not falling for it when everyone on TikTok was like, oh my gosh, nice boy Chris. Oh my gosh, Chris is so nice. Oh my gosh, she doesn't deserve Johnny. Blah, blah, blah. And then he cheats on her. Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh, y'all nice. See, this is why you don't trust nobody, guys. And I wasn't even surprised for her. I was just disappointed. I was like, are you serious? Like, again, that's what I said. Like, I hate cheaters. And like, the way he's gonna be like, oh, and then Vanessa Lachey was like, oh, would you cheat on someone you love? And he was like, apparently yes. What? What? And he's talking about how the girl he cheated on Johnny with, they're like still dating right now. Girl, if you hear that, run up. She's a runner. Yeah, you better run out of there. Because what are you talking about? Yes? No, you wouldn't. That's not how it works. Like, and then when she started crying, it's like, oh, it wasn't her fault. It wasn't her fault. It wasn't her fault. Like, he was getting on my nerves at the reunion too. Like, he needed to go too. But anyways, Milton like seemed to have grown up a lot, become more mature. What's her name? Aaliyah looked so good, bro. Especially like when she met up with Uche, she looked good too. Cause like I love her little hair and her dress, like the white dress on her complexion. 8 she looked so bad. But this reunion, I'm telling you, she had the braids. I wasn't sure if those are braids or locks, but her hair, her makeup, her dress, yes, that's what I'm talking about. And Taylor too, like period. Honestly, all of them look good. Stacy, but anyways, like, I just wanted to say, like, Lydia looked good too, and Johnny. I really like Johnny's hair. But yeah, I just gotta give thanks to my black queen Aaliyah, because yeah, she was looking good at that reunion. And Uche wasn't there either, period. And I'm so happy, like, she's happy now or something, because Uche did not deserve her for real. And the fact that they even did it after the reunion, after the show, got me mad. Because what are you talking about? You gave him a chance, and surprisingly you didn't get along. Surprisingly? To who? To who was this a surprise to? But anyways, yeah, I might start doing a part 3 just to rant a little more about Uche, so it might be a little short rant about Uche video. But yeah, that's the end of this video. Let me know your thoughts, if you agree, disagree, blah, blah, blah. Certain things I didn't talk about, maybe I could put into part 3, just like squish everything together. And yeah, make sure you like, subscribe, comment down below, turn on the post notification bell so you'll never miss a video when I upload. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.